前はもう死んでいる。何？
Hey, John Rowe.
The topic of the
We do a
podcast together
podcast. We
and
should do a
honestly I'm
podcast.
excited.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
You inebriating.
Hey, John. Hey, John Rowe. We should do a podcast.
The topic of the podcast together and honestly I'm excited.
G'day, dorks, and welcome into Lords of Dorktown, a podcast all about anime, cartoons, and video games. I'm your host, Philip, and the dork joining me tonight, it's the return of the manga motherfucker himself. It's J. Rowe, friend of the show. How you doing, buddy?
Good, Phil. I'm happy to be back. Haven't recorded in a long time.
I'm happy to have you back, brother. How have you been?
Yeah, very good. We moved to Queensland about a couple months ago. So I've been pivoting lifestyles from Sydney, but other than that, I've been really good.
You're nice and sunburnt and looking.
Yeah, the sunburn from last week kind of went down.
fucking,
Did alright.
You're
I got
crispy.
the foundations for a tan.
You're gonna have that Queensland leather bag, like leather skin in no time.
No, I'm just going to be covered in scars from melanoma. I look like Leatherface.
Well, the reason you are here today, my friend, is because in celebration of the upcoming, as of when this episode comes out, it should actually be the day this game is available. Pokemon Legends Arceus would have just hit the shelves when we're releasing this episode, if my math is correct.
Math or time management?
Yeah, or whenever you're listening to this episode. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're listening to this episode the day it comes out, then you may be able to purchase Pokemon Legends Arceus. And we thought we would celebrate the release of that game. We'll have a review later, but the release of that game we wanted to celebrate by trying something that I'm going to say is... I reckon this is going to be one of our most controversial episodes ever. I reckon we're going to upset some people with this episode.
Yeah, because considering how young we started with this franchise, there's some very deep-rooted opinions that are completely unique to each person.
Yeah.
This is before we were on the internet or anything.
And I don't know about you, but I've basically I'm constructing my list on pure personal preferences. And so this is
definitely.
This is a very subjective list. But the list we are constructing today, we are going to be ranking all the starter Pokemon from all the generations that are currently out. We'll be using the classic ranking scale S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. And we are going to go through from Gen 1 all the way down to Gen 8.
What if I don't have an E and my F is called trash?
That is fine.
That's fine.
That is so fine. So yeah, we're gonna start Gen 1. Let's fucking kick it off, mate. I'm gonna go. We'll start off with Bulbasaur. Now look,
yeah, he's your number one, right?
I think we can pretty much just say all first gen S tier.
Oh, well, you know what? I was going to, and then I decided, look, because I only have at most I only have one S tier from each generation. Other than the first, I've got two. And Bulbasaur didn't make it there for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Bulbasaur not in S tier.
He's your favourite though. You're big grass.
He is
grass energy.
Yeah, I like grass. Look, yeah, spoiler alert. He's S tier for me. I don't see how you can leave any of the first generation out of S tier, considering it's the only generation that has both Mega and Gigantamax.
Yeah, like it was kind of just a little personal rule that I put in, but I am just moving him up to S tier now.
No, I can understand.
Thank you, tier maker.
I can understand a personal rule.
I still consider him S tier for sure. I consider all of them S tier, including Le Pikachu.
Yeah, so, okay, if we're talking, first generation starters, we do have to add in Pikachu and Eevee as well.
Yeah.
It's technically Gen 1 after the remake of,
What? Let's go Eevee.
Yeah.
Do we consider that canon?
I don't know if we consider it Yeah, well, it is canon. It's technically canon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's from Pokemon.
It is canon. But yeah, I get what you mean. There is a hesitation to put it in, but I've put her I've taken her into consideration in this section of my list. So I have put Eevee and S tier alongside the other 3 or 4 Gen 1 starters. So Pikachu all the way through to Eevee, all S tier for me.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay,
just had
that's
to.
fair.
I just had to.
Yeah. So Bulbasaur, obviously, seriously, the best grass type Pokemon out there for me.
He's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Man, he was so far above all the other grass starters on my tier list. So and now even further, I've moved him up to S because I feel like I can.
He's also
Bulbasaur.
He's also one of only.
Red hot.
He's also one of only 2 starters, first forms that are a dual type.
Yeah, that's true. Poison.
Yeah, grass poison. And it's interesting because Charizard is fire flying, Venusaur grass poison, but Blastoise is just straight water, and that is the same throughout all its Megas and its Gigantamax.
Yeah,
Where-
I'm cool with that. Do you like? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I don't mind a straight typing. I think a straight typing in a starter is pretty good because then you don't have any times 4 weaknesses in a game. That's usually pretty good. You're not.
Yeah.
But also I think just in a design wise, I think Blastoise doesn't get enough love in that first gen of starters because Charizard's incredibly celebrated. Like he's the only Pokemon with 2 mega forms. And he's like the pinnacle. Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, of starter Pokemon, minus Pikachu. But I mean, as a kid, I was fascinated with Blastoise's design though because he had the water cannons, and so did. Do you remember Beast Wars, like Transformers?
No, I'm not familiar with Beast Wars.
Oh,
no.
so it was Transformers when they first came to the planet and they took on the form of animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
I mean,
Optimus Prime.
I'm familiar with the concept of Beast Wars, but I'm not familiar with the show of Beast Wars. I'm sorry, I should have been more specific.
Well, man, Optimus Prime, he was a gorilla, and he had these. Well, I had the transforming toy, and his cannons popped out of his back and flipped over his shoulders. And I always had that affinity with Blastoise because of the cannon shoulders.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
From that toy.
That sounds sick, man. Yeah, I've always been fascinated with Beast Wars because I saw there's a new range of toys out for the Beast Wars toys because I have young kids, so I'm often in the toy section, and I've seen the new Beast Wars Transformer toys and they look wicked. So maybe I'll go in on some old school Beast Wars. That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, for anyone in JB Hi-Fi right now has remade the original Optimus Prime toy, and you can get it right now at JB Hi-Fi. It's exactly the same. You got to be in stock though.
Fuck yeah. Hey, quick question about the Gen 1 starters, the ones that have Mega Evolutions. Do you have a favorite Mega out of Venusaur, Charizard X, Charizard Y, and Blastoise?
Well, yeah, Charizard X. Or is it Y?
No, Charizard X is the Fire Dragon one, where it goes black and blue with the blue flames.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
So
one,
it's
for sure.
it's so it's so unapologetically cool. You just can't deny that that's a cool designed Pokemon. And for him to finally get the dragon typing, literally being designed to look like a dragon and not getting the dragon typing until fucking Sword and Shield. It's fucking
not even
crazy.
not even that as well. Even before then, he's had wings the entire fucking time, and he didn't get to fly for 2 generations.
Yeah, he wasn't flying for ages. I'm glad that they made him fire flying. It's good. Because I mean, Venusaur being grass poison, all that whole gen line being grass poison is, I don't know. For some reason, it was always so appealing to me that I was like, all the other types are 1 type. This one's 2 types. And also, Bulbasaur is just such a cute design. And my favorite Pokemon in the animated series for Season 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Squirtle's not with these cool glasses.
Oh man, Squirtle Squad's cool, but like I don't know, there was something about the Bulbasaur that just didn't want to grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So true.
I do like that.
So we're in agreement. It's all first gen.
All S tier. That's
Let's get him. At least we got him out of the way.
Let's go to-
I honestly think most people would
yeah.
think the exact same thing. They'd have one that they don't really like.
It'd be a
as
really
much.
hard argument to take any of them out of S tier. I think Pikachu probably. Eevee. You could probably make the easiest argument to get it out of S tier.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the fact that you've
I'm still
got
on the fence about you having that in there.
But, just typing advantage alone, the fact that Eevee is any type you want it to be and can fill the role in any team once you get the stone for it, and it's
Honestly, the thing I like about Pokemon though is they stay in their fucking lane, and Eevee just doesn't do that.
yeah, but like once you get I don't know, I have an affinity for Eevee, and I really do like Eevee as a Pokemon. But let's move on to the second generation, or as I'm going to call it, the Aryan generation, because they are all pure typings. There is no cross typings in the second generation. So we've got Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile. This one was a tough one for me. It was a tough one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to throw this out there real quick. I put Chikorita, in my trash bin.
That is harsh. Meganium is a sick Pokemon. That
To
is
look at.
harsh. No, but even like
Other than that,
stat-wise, Meganium's pretty good because I've run Meganium a few times.
that's hilarious, Phil. You have like a bug crawling over the lens of the camera.
I'm in my shed. There's flies everywhere. It's rough. But like stat-wise, Meganium is fucking beefy. So Meganium gets the same defense stat as Feraligatr, which is 100. It gets higher HP than Typhlosion with 80. It has a special defense of 100. So it has defense of 100 and special defense of 100. With a speed stat higher than Feraligatr. And for a total points that is equal, it is the lowest because it's, its special attack stat and its attack stat are pretty dog shit. But still,
They're terrible. Who wants a starter like that?
It's
Your starter's supposed to be
beefy.
the big hitter.
oh, but it's got so much defense. It's so beefy. But okay, so I'll let you finish. Chikorita's in your trash folder. What about Cyndaquil?
Cyndaquil I have in B.
Okay. Yep. I get it.
My B line, because yes, I like Cyndaquil. Obviously, I like nearly all the fire starter Pokemon. But just thinking back, I just outshone by Feraligatr first and foremost, but also I didn't necessarily love. And this is where our deep personal opinions come from. I hated the back sprite for Typhlosion, Cyndaquil, and Blade. The other one, the middle evolution, and I just hated playing him because of that specifically in the Game Boy game.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't mind the back sprite for Typhlosion. I thought it was cool because you get the kind of curved back with the flames on it, don't you?
Yeah, but it's on a Game Boy Color.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. So rounded out with Totodile. So yeah. Okay. Rounded out with Totodile. I'll get to mine.
Where'd you? All right. Totodile S tier. Always play him. Always will. He gets Bite, Crunch, and Slash, which basically roll over nearly all of the Pokemon in that at the time. Now he's not quite as potent just because of straight typing, etc. But he's in S tier for me because he is one of my loves from the second generation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in 100% agreement with Cyndaquil. Typhlosion is in S tier for me as well. Really great Pokemon. I think just pure Fire type 2 is just ridiculously powerful, and Typhlosion was terrifyingly quick on a team and super strong. Also, just really strong design.
Yeah, I got to admit, Flame Wheel, which was one of the new moves in the second generation, was one of my favourite moves, and Typhlosion was the first Pokemon you'd be able to get to use it.
Yeah, 100%. For me, Chikorita I put in B category. I put her a fair bit higher than you. I like Meganium.
Terrible.
I do have a soft spot for grass type starters, and
Definitely.
Meganium was she was so tanky, man. She was so hard to kill. You never had to worry
Yeah,
about
but
getting
you-
one-shotted with anything because it was Meganium and she could fucking tank any attack.
Yeah, unless you've got a Chikorita or a Bayleaf, and they're just terrible.
Yeah, Chikorita's so cute though. I fucking love Chikorita. Anyway, and Totodile. Totodile I've put in A tier for a lot of,
Oh, yep.
I mean, Feraligator's a ridiculously strong Pokemon, and it's just a really cool design. And Totodile is really cute all around, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of many mid-generation, like mid-evolution Pokemons, like the second tiers, the stage 2. Yeah, the stage 2 evolutions. And I think Croconaw may be the worst in this gen. I think Croconaw's quite bad.
Yeah, we could talk about that for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but we won't. But I would you agree that this generation is almost the most... what am I trying to say? Like, each of the evolutions are just a basic growth of each previous form. Like, their first and their last form's honestly not that much different.
Yeah, this one's a very... it looks like just a pure physical evolution chart where it's just small changes to the minute kind of everything that was the final evolution's going to have the starting evolution had, you know what I mean? It just grew.
Yeah.
It basically just grew
Like,
up.
even in the first generation, the first and second evolutions were still the same kind of, but the third evolution for each of those starters was just like, holy shit.
Venusaur got ridiculously huge and grew a massive, flower. Charizard grew wings and horns. And Blastoise grew some fucking big old cannons. But yeah, I get. But like it is a strong gen. Like Gen 2 is a strong gen. And we can go into a few have you seen the spoilers for Legends of Arceus?
No, I've only watched the two
Well,
kind of like teaser trailers.
Are you
where
okay
they're
for me to
filming.
spoil something?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so
please.
Cyndaquil is one of the starters, and they've done regional modes, regional variants. So Typhlosion is now Fire Ghost type.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Ghost type? I would have never... Wait. No, there is no other ghost type. I didn't think they've even touched on that, have they?
I think Rowlet is its final evolution. Yeah, it's the final evolution of Rowlet is Grass Ghost. So it's not it's not the first time, but it's definitely a fucking wild maneuver.
Yeah, right.
I think if memory serves me correctly, actually we'll talk about the other evolution, the other starters when we get to them naturally. We won't skip ahead. But do we want to move on to Gen 3?
Yeah, Gen 2 solid all round. Yeah, for alligators way better than Chikorita. Shit on you.
Gen 3. I think Typhlosion is the strongest out of that gen, but anyway. Okay, Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. Again, pretty strong generation.
Yep, I got pants are high and tight on this generation as well. I've got an S, an A, and a B.
Ooh, can I guess?
Yeah, definitely.
Swampert S.
Oh no.
Blaziken S. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Swampert A, Sceptile B.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I'm Swampert S, Blaziken A, Trico C.
C? Yeah.
Sceptile C, yeah.
Wait, I can't believe you put Chikorita in front of Trico.
I don't like Sceptile as much. I don't know.
Yeah, but Trico in the anime was
A dick?
the guy. He was so good.
I wasn't a fan. And like Sceptile's design's pretty cool, but yeah, I just think I think at this point I was bummed that Sceptile was was the only pure typing. I think in this generation the other two choices were just so strong. Like Swampert Water
100%.
Swampert Water Ground is a fucking monster. Swampert is a terrifying monster. and Blaziken is, you know, ridiculously popular for a reason, and starts off a trend that I fucking hate, which is firefighting starters.
How good are the firefighting starters though?
I don't like them. I get bored of them.
But they're the best. Double kick, bro.
So you went
Double kick?
Yeah. So you put Trico. What did you put Trico? Sorry.
Trico is a B.
Oh, okay. That's pretty high for it.
This Gen 3 is super close to my heart because I did complete the Pokédex for the first time in Gen 3.
Yeah.
And it was difficult. It wasn't as easy as Gen 1 either.
Yeah, for sure. If we're talking Pokemon games that I clocked up the most time in, like, Emerald's fucking way up there, because not only did I thrash it the first time I got it, but I also thrashed it in the remake. Omega Ruby was the one I played, and that was fucking fantastic. So yeah,
I played Ruby, the original Ruby, and completed the Pokédex. So yeah, they're all very close to me. I've done playthroughs with all three of these as well.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same.
Playthroughs.
I think I'm in the same boat. I've definitely done playthroughs with them all. How did you feel about the Mega Evolutions? Because, I mean, Sceptile gets Grass Dragon, which is fucking ridiculous. But
I'm not super familiar with their megas.
Like
these guys.
it's cool, but I think, I don't know, it's a bit over the top. He gets this big, long pine tree tail and stuff. I think the typing is pretty cool, but the design is pretty lackluster for me.
Yeah,
When you put it against next to Mega Swampert, it's got like nothing on it. Mega Swampert looks like a fucking tank.
Oh really?
I love Mega Swampert.
Was this in Sun and Moon?
What one did it get introduced to?
Or was this the? Because that wasn't in the.
No, I think it
remake
was
of
X
Omega.
and X and Y, wasn't it? Mega Evolutions came
Okay.
in, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, Blaziken for me is like way up there, even in the S tiers. I've done so many playthroughs with Blaziken.
He's
As
like
a firefighting man, it's just unreal. Like his Sky Uppercut, he's got Fire Blast, like double kick. Oh, he's really unbeatable. He's so fast.
yeah, he's got like disgusting stats too, like just truly despicable stats. Like his attack is 120, with a HP of 80, defense 70, special attack 110, special defense 70, speed 80. So, you know, Sceptile is technically faster than him, but like that special attack and special attack and attack stats are just fucking disgusting. And Swampert is a fucking monster in the stats department because he's 100 HP, 110 special attack, 90 defense, 85 special attack, 90 special defense, but his speed stat is fucking butts at 60. But he has the highest overall stat points.
Man, the two moves were like Sky Uppercut.
Yeah.
Fantastic. First move to be able to take out like flying Pokemon, and then Swampert with Muddy Water.
Oh, Muddy Water.
Muddy Water just literally steamroll everything.
So good. As soon as it was the only move you ever fucking used with Swampert. It was disgusting.
Yeah. You had Muddy Water and Surf.
Yeah.
And then you were just an absolute cunt.
Yeah. Just a fucking monster. I think all around a pretty strong gen though. I think we've still got a few more gens before I think the wheels start to fall apart. I think this gen and the next gen are really strong, and then we start to see a few weak spots coming up.
Yeah, definitely for me.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you, sir.
So I'm happy. We'll move on to the next gen. I'm happy with that. We were pretty much on there.
Yeah, I think we both had about the same experience with it. So I love all three of those, particularly.
Yeah, like
Blaziken.
I thought. Yeah, it's a good gen, man. And those games were so fucking good. They were the peak Pokemon games to me. I fucking love those games. But we'll move on to Gen 4 with Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. So let's go one by one through these ones, I reckon. So Turtwig. Where did you put Turtwig and his final
I
evolution, Torterra?
Chucked him in C.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like this that one was going to hurt you.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
I really like that I do like his design, that it's dinosaur esque. I don't know I can't remember what the dinosaur is called. But yeah, just never got around him really.
Okay. Wow. Well,
Seems really,
anyone
like,
who's
it looks really slow, and I don't like that.
anyone who's listened to the Pokemon Dream Team episode that we released, like, I don't know, like a week and a bit ago, Torterra was in my Dream Team.
Yep.
So he is S tier. S
knew that
all
was
the way. He's my favorite starter. He is just my favorite starter. He just is. Yeah, of all of them. I think I fucking love Torterra. I think design, he is gorgeous. Moveset, he is great. I loved all the moves that he gets. He is a fucking beefcake of a Pokemon that still has the highest attack stat in his whole generation. Like, he has 95 HP, 109 at basic attack stat, which is higher than Infernape and Empoleon, a defense stat of 105, a special attack stat of 75, a special defense stat of 85, and a speed of 56. So yes, his speed is butts. He is probably the slower starter Pokemon, but he is thick and powerful.
Yeah, that's so true.
And that's my spirit animal. And Grass Ground is a fucking great type combo.
Yeah, is it?
And
it's got 4
he looks
times,
great. His design is fucking... Oh, all double evolutions have 4 types, but Torterra looks fantastic. Like, fantastic.
Yeah, I do like the final evolution design. I also like his middle evolution design. I just
Grotle
have a
is
thing
cool.
about symmetry.
Yeah, I really like Grotle. I mean, I think Torterra is, clearly a second run on the Venusaur model, like the Bulbasaur Venusaur model. It's clearly inspired by that.
Yeah, just like how Infernape is definitely inspired by Blaziken.
Yeah.
Literally, they took the success of Blaziken and just turned it into a monkey.
Yeah, exactly, and that's essentially what they've done with Turtwig. And I just think it's I don't know. I think it's better than Venusaur. I do. I think it's so much nicer and sleeker and cleaner. And I think Torterra fucking rules.
Tree hanging out the back. Ugh.
I fucking love it. It looks like a bonsai. I'm fucking there for it.
But isn't he like 4 meters tall? I don't think it's a bonsai. I think
He
it's
is
like a proper tree.
Huge. Torterra is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
But let's move into what I'm guessing is going to be your fucking S tier of this generation.
No, I didn't put any S tiers from this gen.
Yeah, okay.
I was pretty strict with S tier. I didn't splurge on it. But I've put Chimchar in A rank. I'm in love with Blaziken, so of course when the next generation came out and I saw that I could play basically a Blaziken that looked like a monkey, I thought, fuck yeah, this is like a Pokemon that really appeals to what I'm about. So I've played the fuck out of him, and he deserves an A spot for me personally.
Yeah, I mean,
What'd you stick in?
I put him in C.
See,
Look, at this point, I'm already tired of the firefighting combination. I think it's fucking hacky already.
only handle
I
it
think Chimchar is ridiculously cute, and
Yep.
I think Monferno is pretty cool, but I think Infernape is quite fucking boring. And I think, like, stat wise, he's pretty boring as well. Like, he doesn't really. I mean, he's got equal attack and special attack, both 104, and he's really quick with 108. But he's just a glass cannon. He's just a glass cannon.
yeah, but
and
double kick with that glass cannon, and you're basically
but he just
toppling
looks.
everything.
He just looks so. I don't know. He's just boring. This is
I'm
when
surprised you think he looks boring. I love
fire
the colours.
starters from here just get boring. This one and the next generation, I think, are basically the same Pokemon, but just like this one's a monkey, this one's a pig. Deal with it.
Fair
so
enough.
yeah.
I know you hate him.
Yeah, I put him in C. But a starter that I don't hate is Piplup and its final evolution, Empoleon, which I chucked all the way up in A tier.
Yeah, A tier, nice. I put him in B. But I think Empoleon specifically, not the other two evolutions, is one of the most appealing looking water of any of the starters. To be honest, like I really like it.
Empoleon is gorgeous. He's so gorgeous. The penguin design for a starter Pokemon was a fucking stroke of genius. And he's just design wise alone, he's fantastic. And that typing, Water Steel, haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
That's fucking fun. That's new. That's some out of the box fucking type combos right there. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I wonder if there's many Water Steel Pokemon. Obviously, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Oh,
But it is a good mix up. I like it.
yeah. I think design wise it's sick, and I put him all the way up in A tier because he looks cool, he looks impressive, and Piplup in the anime is hella charming. I love Dawn and Piplup together in that anime series. I think he's quite good, and in those games, I mean, Piplup's a pretty valid choice for a starter. He would definitely, if I was to ever pick another Pokemon that wasn't Turtwig, I'd probably pick Piplup.
But you never will you?
Fuck no. Not a fucking chance, cunt. No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, all good points. Yeah, I just put it in B because I only really love how it looks.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay, let's move on to Gen 5. Oh boy. Let's get ready for some low scores. So we got Snivy, Tenpeg, and Oshawott. Let's go. Snivy, where'd you got him?
Snivy, oh man, did really well in a D.
Yeah, same.
I didn't realise I'd be so triggered by the first time they made a starter final evolution without legs.
Yeah, and the fact that they gave him legs and arms in the start with and they devolved away is really gross. And also, like, I think his design is just overall yuck. I hate, like, the embroidered, like, lettering and the shitty looking leaves and stuff like that. And he's just pure grass type. Like, that's boring at this point.
Man, they just basically said, let's take Milotic and just turn it into a snake.
Yeah, and, like, I even hate the naming, like, constraints, like Snivy, Servine, and Serperior. Like, it's just so fucking shit. Actually, I'm changing it. I'm moving him from D to F.
Yeah, nice.
Fuck this cunt. I hate it.
Basically, I'm pretty sure the Pokemon itself was designed to be like snooty, like stuck up.
I'm just looking at his
like
stats now. I mean, he's just kind of boring. His highest stat is speed at 113. His lowest stat is both his HP and special attack and attack, which are all 75. That's butts.
Yep.
You're just quick.
Just trash.
Fucking yawn. Let's move on to that fucking snooze fest. Alright, Tenpig.
Tepig got a C. I played with Tepig in this generation. I enjoy the final evolution. Embor. I like the look of it. But yeah, just all around I don't really like any of these starters particularly, and definitely by here I'm sick of firefighting.
Yep. For me, Tenpig is D category. He's basically everything I hated with Chimchar, just repeated in a worse way.
You don't like how he looks?
Nah, I hate him.
Really?
I hate him. Like, I think if we'd have just had Embor, if it was just Embor, and the first two, or the previous two weren't, Infernape and Blaziken, which are basically just the same design, I think I'd like him a little bit more. But it's literally just, bipedal, upright, with flames around a neck or head.
How else are they going to be fighting?
Teeth and a mean-looking expression. And they're all firefighting. It's fucking dull, man.
Yeah, but they have to be bipedal to be fighting. I'm pretty sure all of them are.
Yuck. Anyway, Yeah, so I put him in D. This is probably one of the worst generations for starters. I think across the board, it's all pretty trash. So let's move on to the final one, Oshawott.
Oh, smack bang in the middle of the trash class.
Yeah, I can't.
Absolute clown. Never picked him because he looks like a little clown. And then the rest of his forms look terrible, and he is terrible.
Yeah, okay, so he's in D for me. So, not exactly in the trash pile because I think Oshawott and Daywott are cute, cool looking Pokemon. I just think Samurott is yuck, and I couldn't really work out what I thought was yuck about him until a friend of the show, Odin, pointed out that he should have been bipedal. They shouldn't have made him
100%.
They shouldn't have made him, on four legs. And as soon as he pointed that out, I was like, oh yeah, this is yuck. Why didn't they give him... They were clearly going for a samurai water-type Pokemon. Why didn't they make his shell into a sword and he used it? Why did they turn him into a steed? It's fucking yuck. And pure water-type, yuck. I hate this generation because we got one pure grass, one pure water. There's no diversity. And basically a pure fire because firefighting is basically the standard now. It's all we've known. So they did nothing new with this generation and it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm super low on this gen. Like,
that being said, the games Black and White and Black and White 2 are both fine.
yeah, I didn't play too much of Black and White.
Look, I think they're fine. I do. I think they're okay. I like Black.
Yeah,
And-
I do a playthrough of every gen, but one playthrough if you're really charging through is only 15 hours maybe.
Yeah.
And I never picked it back up this one because I just didn't like the starters that much.
Yeah. It's hard to get into a Pokemon game when the starters are so unappealing.
Yeah, when the legendaries look so sick.
Yeah, I know, right? And there's so many other cool Pokemon in that generation. Like, I fucking really enjoyed a lot of that generation, but it's a shame that the starters are so unappealing. But let's move on to Gen 6 with Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie. Okay, let's rip the Band-Aid off and talk about Chespin.
This is a Band-Aid for you. I thought being a grass type, it automatically gets a B at least.
Nope, it's a hard F. It's the ugliest Pokemon ever created.
Yeah, especially if you look at the starter and the final evolution, you're like, how the fuck did that happen?
It's so gross. It looks wrong. It looks like they made a mistake.
It looks like they were just trying to make it like a Digimon before, and it ended up in Pokemon.
Yeah, it's yuck. Everything about it is wrong. And it's firefighting, grass fighting, which is just as boring as any other fucking fighting combination.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate him so much. He's maybe one of my least favorite Pokemon ever fucking created.
Yeah, up to this point, other than Oshawott, I'd say it's my lead. Oh no, Chikorita sucked balls.
So where'd you put it? B tier?
I gave it a C, but I'm not a fan of the Pokemon overall. I just think Chespin looks cool.
Chespin is like objectively pretty cool, but like the final evolution is just Chestnut is. Ugh, it makes me physically ill to look at that thing for too long. I hate it.
Yeah, actually.
But moving on to
like,
something,
I'm dragging him down to D because like.
I'm glad I swayed you.
Not even a fan.
I'm glad I swayed you because I fucking hate that fucking green monstrosity. Anyway, moving on to something that I like. Let's talk about Fennekin and its final evolution, Delphox.
Yeah, I like Fennekin just for the fact that it's the first starter that's been feminized. Like,
yeah,
you got so many of the other way around.
Yeah, there's a lot of masculine looking fucking Pokemon starters.
Yeah, plus like Firefox is like super big on the Japanese mythology. Love it.
Yeah.
I love the Psychic as well. Like there was a couple of moves I can't remember the name.
Mystic Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. It's such a ridiculous attack.
Yeah. I enjoyed Delphox. I did one playthrough with Delphox.
Yeah.
And then I think 2 with Greninja.
Yeah. So where'd you put
Never touched
Delphox?
Chestnut. Delphox got a B.
Yeah, awesome. So
Yeah.
I've chucked her up in S because Delphox was my return to fire type starters in a big way. I'd been off them for fucking nearly 3 generations, or 2 at least.
Yeah.
And Delphox is fucking gorgeous, man. And Fire Psychic was so fun. And in that generation, like in X and Y, because you get another starter Pokemon pretty early in the game, because you get access to the Gen 1 starters.
Yeah.
I could secure a really strong water type or a really strong grass type as well
you would have
as a
gone
fire.
Bulbasaur for sure.
Yeah, of course. But then again, Blastoise was really strong too. And it was really easy to get a pretty good grass type in X and Y because I didn't mind. I really liked Go Goat, the grass type, Skidoo and Go Goat. I thought that was a pretty cool Pokemon. So, but yeah, Delphox was fantastic, and yeah, secures that S ranking category for sure.
Nice. Very nice. That's solid.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoy it so much. Cause
Man, it was just good to like a fire type again, Like
it was
it
was so fresh at the time. So fresh.
I remember the memes that were coming out around the release of X and Y, and it was just so many memes about there being another firefighting Pokemon, and everyone saw the Gen 1 and was like, oh, that doesn't look like it's going to be firefighting because it's quite an effeminate design and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then when it was finally released that it was Fire Psychic, people went fucking nuts. It was such a good reveal.
There was so much hype for it not to be firefighting.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And really cool design. Really cool design. Love it.
Faux show. Do you want to move on to the last of the bunch? The water type larrikin himself, Feroki.
He gets a solid A.
Yeah, man, I can understand that because he is in A for me as well. Great Pokemon.
Yeah, and along with Pokemon Unite made me love him even more.
As well as Super Smash Brothers, which made me fall in love with him because he is a great Pokemon in Super Smash. Fucking love him.
Greninja's a sick looking Pokemon, and Water Shuriken is one of the coolest moves.
The best move,
ever.
man.
And
And
it's fucking amazing, especially for us that love Naruto and ninja shit, and seeing the Water Shuriken was so.
And
cool.
I mean, I mentioned this on the Dream Team episode when I selected Krogunk for my Dream Team, but I historically have quite a large fear of frogs, and I always find it funny that the frog Pokemon in Pokemon don't seem to trigger me because I really like Greninja and I really like Krogunk, like 2 frog Pokemon.
Yeah, plus you never knew until we played Pokemon Unite that Venusaur is a toad.
Yeah, it fucking blew my mind. But yeah,
So
Greninja is fantastic, and the typing Water Dark, with the exception of Chestnut being grass fighting, which I mean I guess was a step out for grass types starters, which was I guess across the board they kind of were a bit adventurous with the generation typing because we end up with a grass fighting, a fire psychic, and a water dark.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have been happier with the grass psychic, with the fire psychic and the water dark. I think Delphox and Greninja are both fucking fantastic.
Yeah, and they in their own respects for fire and water, they have very similar aesthetic to the design. But then you've got Chestnut, who's just what happened to him when he was growing up. It looks all fucked up.
And also, in stats department, Greninja is base speed stat of 122 and a base special attack of 103. So he is just fucking lethal and quick. So what a
Hit him with a
fantastic
bubble.
pick. I love Greninja. He doesn't get into S tier, I think, purely because I don't know. Maybe because I always would pick Delphox over Greninja, literally every time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. A tier just feels right for Greninja.
Definitely, that's exactly where I put him. I feel like I was very heavy on my S tier because only after Gen 3, only one Pokemon gets back in there.
Do I have any more in my S tier? No, I think I'm definitely out. Yeah. Delphox was my last S tier. Spoiler. But let's move on to Gen 7, Rowlet, Litten, Poplio. So we'll start off with Rowlet. How are we feeling there?
Well, might be a shock, but this is... Man, Sun and Moon are the only generation that I actually never played.
Yeah, I haven't played the games either.
So, I have... Well, yeah, I never played it, and it was the first generation that they decided they were going to do different types, of, like different versions of Pokemon, and the few that I saw, I didn't like. I was very against just this entire release because I just wasn't happy with the different versions of certain Pokemon.
And also, it was the first Pokemon game to eliminate gym battles and change the kind of structure of Pokemon games as we knew it. So, you know, it was doing a lot.
At the time, I probably knew that, and that's another reason why I didn't play it. But, you know, I don't have anything to go off other than I hate how Incineroar and Primarina look, especially Primarina. The worst looking, like literally a clown. I don't get it, like a clown seal.
All right, let's go one by ones because I need to know what your ranking is before we get into a fucking hella discussion.
Put them, easy, Phil. I chucked them all in the trash bin.
Wow.
And I might take out.
I hope it's Rowlet. Yeah, okay. So I've gone A for Decidueye and Rowlet. I think Grass Ghost is fucking great, and it being grass flying up until that final evolution is really cool, and I think Rowlet is fantastic. So I'm in the same boat as you where I haven't played the games, but I have watched Pokemon Alola, the animated series that coincided with this about 4 times through now.
Oh really? Wow, it's that good.
No, my son watches it, so I've seen it. Yep. I've seen it all multiple times.
Good on you, Teddy.
Yeah, so I've watched this. I've even read like a webtoon, like a fan fiction thing about Pokemon Alola, just about like a few of the characters that get introduced later, and I like the anime. I think that series of Pokemon is fantastic. It's the first time Ash gets a redesign, so it feels like a fresh start. You know, it's the first time they changed the formula of Pokemon, the animated series, like as well as the game, they changed the formula of the show where it was no longer a Ash Ketchum traveling through a region, collecting Pokemon and badges along the way and having, you know, misadventures and run-ins with Team Rocket. It was Ash at a Pokemon school with friends and teachers and, you know, exploring Pokemon in a controlled environment almost. And
yeah,
you know,
but this is Pokemon, man. We don't like that. We want the old recipe.
I would have said the same before I watched it, and then I realized exactly how charming this new format was and how much better of a way it was to explore Pokemon. I really enjoy this season. I think it's got some really fantastic and fun moments in it, as well as having, you know, engaging battles and, you know, the good stuff we enjoy about Pokemon. It keeps the good stuff and adds a lot of extra good stuff on top of it. It's really cool. And a lot of the Pokemon in that anime really come to life, you know, like there's certain Pokemon that I would have said yucked to just in the game or looking at design wise, that when I saw animated and, you know, given a bit of soul behind them, I was like, oh no, that's cool. It would, like, especially a Alolan version of Marowak, I would have thought I wasn't like a massive fan of, but in the anime, Alolan Marowak is one of the most charming Pokemon you'll ever meet. I fucking love that fucking little gentleman. But getting back to the starters, I put Rowlet in A. I've put Litten in C, so Incineroar in C, and Poplio and Primarina I've chucked in F tier, because everything you said about Primarina is true. That is fucking disgusting and awful to look at.
Like, it's the worst looking starter, hands down. Takes gold medal for butt ugly.
Yeah, it's neck and neck with that and Chespin for me. It's fucking disgusting to look at.
Chestnut looks like a friggin' model.
It's so bad. I don't understand why you're so harsh on Incineroar though. I think Incineroar is pretty good design. I like that they went with the kind of wrestler vibe with it. I think it was a cool generation to take it. And they were brave enough not to make it firefighting, although kind of cowardly to make it basically firefighting without being
It's firefighting. It's firefighting. Someone's got a hard on for firefighting because it's
I
a
know.
wrestler. It's designed off a wrestler.
But it's fire
That's
dark.
what pisses me off more is the fact that it looks like that and it's not dark fighting. Why is it not dark fighting?
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Gen 8 because we're already nearly at an hour. Fuck me dead. Groki,
Finally,
Score
at the
Bunny,
finish line.
Sobble. Groki, Score Bunny, Sobble.
You want to go Croaky first? Chuck Croaky in a solid C.
Yeah, I'm putting him in a B tier. I mean, B or C. I think he hovers around that area pretty strongly.
Yeah, I played the generation as Score Bunny, so I got to see a lot of Rillaboom. Yeah, really like the design in-game animations. But yeah, just overall pretty average opinion. So yeah, got to see.
I played Groki as my starter when I played through the first time. So I think that's why he's probably in a higher category for me because you do get attached to your first starter that you pick in a new generation. And Rillaboom's are pretty cool. Like I just think it's a cool design. I think it was a cool choice. I think they could have just animated him a bit better and designed him a little better. I think design-wise he looks just a touch wonky almost.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too much. I think it's the hair. I think the hair does him a disservice. I think it could have been so much tidier. Just to like
But he's
aesthetically.
a forest monkey.
Yeah, just aesthetically, I just think it could have been nicer. But he is a fucking beefcake in the stats department because he gets a whopping 125 to attack, but still keeps up a pretty decent defense with 90, which is the highest attack and defense stat in the whole generation for starters. So he is pretty well rounded. So yeah, he was a good asset to the team. And as I said, I think design wise he's pretty cool.
You just wish he had dreads, right? Clean dreads.
Just something, man. I just think it
Too
looks
much appropriation.
fucked.
He can't play the bongos and have dreads, man.
I know. He's just got to be something better. I don't know. Speaking of fucking appropriation of culture, the soccer appropriator himself, Score Bunny and Cinderace, I'm guessing is going to be pretty high on your list.
Yeah, S tier, my friend.
Wow.
Oh my god.
How much is
Cinderace.
Pokemon Unite playing into this?
Definitely would have swayed my opinion a little bit, but I loved Score Bunny as a whole playing through the game, especially his ultimate move. Oh, what was it called?
Pyro Ball.
Pyro Ball.
Yeah.
Pyro Ball. The animation for Pyro Ball was so sick. I just love it all around. He's just like a soccer playing Pokemon.
Yeah, I put him in an A tier. I mean, he's pretty cool. Design-wise, he's cool. I like the choices they made. And I played through Sword and Shield twice. So he was my second playthrough. I picked Score Bunny and got a Cinderace. And was just amazed at how fucking ridiculous he is built of a Pokemon. Because he has a 119 speed stat and a 116 base attack stat.
Yeah.
So he's just so quick and so strong. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, and all of his evolutions look pretty good. I initially went for Score Bunny because Cinderace reminded me so much of earlier Pokemon Metachamp. If you remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Metachamp had you'll have to look it up, but it kind of reminded me of that Pokemon, which I really enjoyed.
I can see that. Yeah, I think Cinderace is a really good design, and especially because in the context of that game and that generation and that region, it kind of fits in super nicely. Like it's a super perfect reflection of what that region was supposed to be in a Pokemon form. Like it was good. I really liked it. I was really happy with it, and it lands pretty easily in A for me. Like you could probably argue enough for me to put it up in S tier.
Man,
all
like
honesty.
the best moment playing through the games, the generation came when I would use Pyro Ball to finish a battle in the stadium, and then there'd be the crowd cheering, and it's just you scored game winning goal.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, I can. It is good. We should talk about the weak link of the generation, though. Sobble, with its final evolution. Is it pronounced Inteleon?
Inteleon, yeah.
I've never played this Pokemon, and I never will, because it looks...
Exactly. I feel
fucking
exactly
heinous.
the same. It's just a little sad, little emo Pokemon. Especially Drizzle.
Drizzle. It's a terrible name, terrible design, terrible Pokemon. And, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, because this is another Aryan generation where it's all pure typings. But Inteleon feels like the only pure type that's boring. You know, Rillaboom, Cinderace both feel interesting. but Inteleon's just ugh, yuck.
Yeah, if you design your evolution to not even look edgy, just look depressing, it's not going to have much. I can't imagine it had much success.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the stats on the different amount of playthroughs with what started.
Oh, and
I was
Inteleon
just
would
not
have been...
attracted to it at all.
But I mean, they do give it a stat wise, it is objectively impressive. Even though it has the lowest HP stat in the generation, it does have the highest speed stat. It beats out Cinderace by 1 speed stat point with a 120 speed and a special attack of 125. So it is a fucking monster when it comes to speed and special attack. But it's pretty lackluster in everything else. But still, that stat on any other starter would excite me. That stat on Empoleon, and I can't even remember its name, and we just talked about it. Bores me to tears. I'm just fucking yuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, F tier for me for sure. Lowest of the low.
Yeah, D tier for me.
Yeah, that's
basically felt exactly the same. So
that feels too high. I completely forgot, but we skipped over the Arceus starters, so we'll finish up on those. So the last the Arceus Legends of Arceus starters are Rowlet is a starter, Cyndaquil is a starter, and Oshawott is a starter. I'm sending you a thing right now, J-Ro, that'll have the
have to bang the keyboard.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so those are the 3 starters: Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and I'm trying to do 2 things at once, which is fucking the worst idea ever because I'm such a dumb cunt.
So you put Pikachu in S tier, hey?
Yeah, I put Pikachu in S tier. We'll do a quick review at the end, I reckon. Where are you going to put him?
No, it's alright.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the first three are the starters. So, the Hisuian form of Dulcii, Typhlosion, and Samurott. So, how do you pronounce? Is it Ducidui? Decidui. Fucking hell. Is grass fighting, which
deciduous tree.
Yeah, okay. Grass fighting, which is the second grass fighting we see. The first one being. I think it's cool.
Design.
I think it's really cool. I really like this one. In fact, I'm pretty happy with 2 out of 3 of these.
Yeah, what's going on with fucking poor mate Typhlosion?
I love Typhlosion. Fire Ghost. It's so good, man.
He looks so sad.
And his flames are purple. You can't see it in the photo I've sent to you, but his flames purple and thick.
Oh,
so he's got this purple flame collar thing. It's fucking wicked. And Samurott is a water dark, and they haven't done anything to fix that final evolution, so it still looks terrible.
Yeah, he's just got that kind of long mustache.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Samurott in any form. But we probably can't put those in S tier, in any tiers, in fact, because we'll have to wait and play the game, I suppose, and see how they look and their stats and stuff like that. But I think it was worth mentioning nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. On to Pikachu, huh? That's the only one we haven't done.
Yeah, well, I put him in S tier, because it felt weird to put Pikachu, the flagship Pokemon of Pokemon, in any other tier than S. Is
Yeah.
my only argument.
I was gonna add just like another line and just had God tier.
I mean,
'Cause,
he's just
like I would take a Pikachu starter and level it all the way to level 100 without evolving it.
yeah.
Every
Fuck
day,
Raichu.
every single
Every day.
time. Every single
day.
time I play Pokemon, I can get a Pikachu. I get it to level 100 without evolving it.
Why would
because
you ever get a Raichu?
I want
Why
to
would
be
you
the
need
very
Raichu?
best, like Ash Ketchum.
And Pikachu's fucking perfect. You don't need to fuck with perfection.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's quickly go over we'll go through gen by gen, just quickly rapid fire and
Let's
spit
go
off.
tier by tier.
Okay, sure.
Oh no,
so
gen
we'll
by
start
gen.
it.
No, yeah.
No, we'll go
breakdown.
tier by
That's
tier.
easier.
We'll go tier by tier. That's fine. S tiers, all of Gen 1 for me. So that's Pokemon. That's Pokemon.
That is Pokemon.
That's Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Eevee, all S tier, as well as Cyndaquil, Mudkip, Fennekin. Yes, that's it.
No, you had a fat lineup in the
I had a
STs.
fair few.
I
Oh,
had
and
all
Turtwig,
the
and Turtwig.
starters.
And Turtwig.
And Turtwig, yeah. I had
Yeah.
all the starters for Alligator, Blaziken, and Cinderace.
Yeah, okay.
Put Pikachu in there. Eevee, no.
Okay. What about A tier?
I had Mudkip.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
had
so did I.
Infernape, and
I'd-
I had Greninja.
Totodile, Torchic, Piplup, Scorbunny, Rowlet, Froakie.
Yeah, I like all of those. I'm solid
Yeah.
with all of those.
Yeah, I think that's a really S and A tier. I think are just fucking could basically just be. I mean, it's S and A tier. They're fucking almost perfect Pokemon.
Yeah. I would take my SAs every day of the week, and then
Yeah,
from
basically.
B's kind of middle of the mark, then CD a lot lower.
Right, yeah, so let's hit our middle of the mark. What is B?
I had Typhlosion,
Yep.
Trico, Piplup, and Fennekin.
Okay, that's a pretty solid B tier. I've got Chikorita and Grookey in my B tier. Slim B tier. A grass type B tier.
And Chikorita should not be there anyway. Chikorita should be.
Chikorita is in the fucking Chikorita. I could talk my way into putting Chikorita into A tier. Don't you fucking worry.
I'll talk you out of it eventually.
Okay, let's go C
Alright,
tier.
C tier. I got Turtwig.
It
Tepig.
still kills me. It's fucking heartbreaking.
I know,
It's so heartbreaking.
We,
It's fucking.
we have such a difference on that one Pokemon.
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, Tepig and Croaky.
So my C tier, I've got Trico, I've got Chimchar, and I've got Litten.
D tier. Got Snivy, Chespin, and Drizzle.
Yeah, okay. In my D tier, I've just got Tenpig and Oshawott chilling together.
Yeah, I mean Oshawott deserves to be trash, but whatever.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I just realised I don't have an E tier either. That's so funny. So we have no
It's
E
D than
tier.
trash.
Yeah, it's just D then trash. So, okay, what's in your trash folder?
Chikorita is the leader of the trash bin.
It's so hard.
He's respectable. He's respectable, but he's still the king of the trash. Oshawott, pathetic.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I put Oshawott in D, but yeah, I reckon I think the only reason he's in there because Oshawott and Daywott are pretty charming Pokemon. If it was just Samurott alone, it'd be fucking trashed here for sure.
Yeah, you say that. I think I'm actually on the fence with all of them. Don't like any of them, but and then I had the whole of Sun and Moon in the trash bin.
Rowlet,
But
man,
I'll take
yeah.
Rowlet out. Like even the small amount that I learnt from Rowlet.
I think at least it should be a D tier. At least.
Well, after seeing that, the
Yeah,
RCS
grass fighting,
version,
yeah.
it definitely jumped up. Or you know what? I'll just throw it up there right now. Let's go
Yeah, I
up to
think
C.
that's worth
Maybe
it.
get
In my trash folder, there are exactly 3 Pokemon that deserve to be there. There is Snivy, trash. Squabble, trash. Poplio, trash.
Terrible.
Oh, and Chespin. Did I say Chespin? Trash. No. So 4. Snivy, Chespin, Squabble, Poplio. 2 grass, 2 water, all trash. Fuck off.
Trash. Absolutely useless Pokemon.
Their style, whack.
Whack. Whack.
Oh man, this has been so fun. I had so much fun just going through and remembering all these starters together. This was actually a
I
good
know,
experience.
and I have already looked. No, I haven't. I'm not gonna say that on air, but I might have some emulators coming my way.
Nice. You know what? One day, maybe for like a celebration for a 100th or a 200th episode, me and you are going to sit down and go through a tier list of all 680 Pokemon or whatever there is. A tier list.
I'll tell you how many there are. There are.
It's like 800 now, isn't
There's
it?
nearly 900.
Oh my god.
Actually, I can't tell you how many there are.
I can probably show you. But yeah, one day we should do that. Just tier list for every Pokemon ever.
I'm not going to agree to this on air, Phil. I've got so many better things to do.
We're going to do it. Anyway, that has been it for Lords of Dorktown. It has been fantastic having you, J-Ro, friend of the show. Thank you for joining me. As always, make sure you leave a review if you enjoy what we did. Let us know if you've got a tier list you want to chuck together and send us, or tell us if we've fucked up and put your favorite in trash folder. I mean, if any of your favorite in the F trash folder, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You're an outlier.
What are you doing? Is there any Squabble fans out there? Fucking light me up, cunt. See what you do. Anyway, it's been so much fun. Make sure you leave us a review. I've already said that, but I've drunk a lot of wine. Do you want to sign us off there, J-Ro?
Thank you very much, Phil, for having me. Thank you to everyone listening, and as always,